Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish, and my Etsy shop is fairyrosecottage.etsy.com. And I am here today to do something that I feel conflicted about, I guess is the best way to put it. And so while I do this, I'm also going to chat. I'm looking for my planner. I talked about this in a previous video, how I needed to empty out my binders and start over. And I'm doing it for a couple of different reasons. One is I need the actual money now, which is my I don't know what to think of it feeling. And two, I have decided that I want to start fresh in the new year with with some new savings binders and some revisited savings binders. So a little bit of both, which I could do without doing this, but the actual the needing of cash, what little bit, I mean, I don't think there's a lot here, but what little bit is here is I believe will help my anxiety. So the discouraging part of all of this is not how I want to do savings challenges. I do know that many of you have had to or have chosen to do the same thing at one point or another. What I am assuring myself is I am going to revisit and redo savings binders because my future self really thanks me for having this. And I would not have this. I would not have this ability to empty these binders out and take that money and put it towards whatever I needed to, right? If I hadn't have been saving. But I feel a bit of failure. And I think that that's because I'm a perfectionist. And when I do something, I try to do it with my whole being. And sometimes that gets me into trouble. But what I also know is obviously I'm not a failure. I've got money saved and I've been able to keep up with things. It's been difficult this year, but I do think I've got a better handle on it. We've talked about it, that there's $1,000 in the negative every month that I no longer have since Scott died. And that I need to readjust things to take that into consideration. And I did not do that in the beginning. I didn't do it until a little over a month ago. So I keep hearing something. I think it's just me. The TV is on. Yeah, I think it's just me. So I don't know. I guess partly I'm telling you this so that you will say, you are not a failure, Denise. Look at what you've done since March 2023. But then another part of that, I know I need to be telling myself that. And moving forward in the best way that I can. And being accountable and honest about it. Because I know that some of you watching this right now have not had to do this. And then all of a sudden you will have to do it. And you'll think, oh, remember when Denise had to do that? Yeah, I get it now. And okay, well, she's all right now. And so I'll be all right. I just got to do this for now, right? So here I am. I don't have that many binders, guys. Most of them have been finished for a while now. The travel one, oh, I hear Mom's wind chimes outside the window here. The travel one, the home renovation one got emptied out. Yeah. So, but this is what I'm going to do. And no, I am just going to do it and then go back and, well, I'll show you what I'm going to, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay. So we're going to start with the minis, which was a hard one for me to decide to do because, oh, I know what one is missing. Oh, okay. The Christmas one. We're going to start with the Christmas one because I already knew that I was going to do this. I did not finish all of the savings challenges that I had started, but I knew that I was going to have to do this pretty soon because I'm going to have to pay my Christmas bill. So let me see. Here's my Christmas. So all of these are laminated, which means I can start these all over again in the new year, and I will be starting some of them over in the new year. And then some of them I will be kind of semi-retiring them because I'll use them again at some point. But I have new ones to take their place. Like I have a different one for the birthday one. So, yeah. So it's okay that these didn't get finished. These are all finished. I actually finished a lot of them. I did not finish this one, but I finished this one twice since I made it. I didn't finish this one this time, but I have finished it once. This one is not done yet. That one's done. This one has been done several times. Not done yet. Done. This one I've finished many times, and this one I've finished many times. So the money for Christmas is okay. And like I said, what I'll do is say I want to use this one again next in the new year. I would just erase all this. Even though I didn't finish it, I just erase it and start over again. So that's what I'll be doing with this one. I have a dirty soda here. Have you ever had a dirty soda? So it is caffeine-free Diet Pepsi because it is later in the evening and my anxiety will not take caffeine this time of night. And peppermint mocha creamer. Does that not sound disgusting? I mean, absolutely disgusting. It is so good, you guys. I'm like addicted. Yeah. Okay, so I did not finish the Happy New Year one, and I am going to remove what I have in here. but I want to finish it. Judy, Save with Judy sent this to me, and I want to finish this. So this one will definitely go in the new year, but it will just be minus this amount. Let's see, holiday. Yeah, I feel very anxious about doing this, but I know it's the right thing to do right now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 45, 50, so $60. Nothing to sneeze at, guys. That's what I like to say. The birthday one, man, this birthday one goes for a long time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120. Let me just do that again. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 85, 100, 120, 21, 22, 23, 24, 124. I guess the thing is sometimes it's better to have this in your savings or in your checking account than it is to have it sitting here. Not always. I mean, lots of times this is in my best interest to have binders with money in them, because that's how I save best, and I won't spend it, right? But I should preface this by telling you, if you haven't watched recently, I have a $4,600 vet bill, and I will have more of a vet bill next week because all 4 of the animals have to go to the vets. Willow seems to have an infection in her gum. Merida needs new blood work for her liver because they still haven't figured out what is going on with that. Penny they all need shots. Amigo will need blood work for his thyroid issue. So I have that $4,600 emergency vet bill. And then the vet bill coming up. My tires ended up being almost $1,200. I thought they were $1,100, guys, the other night, but almost $1,200. And so I need to pay that. Of course, there's Christmas, right? And my kitchen came in over the amount that I thought it was going to be. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So you see, it just has built up and built up, and I've been $1,000 short every month all year. That's $12,000. $12,000. So it just needs to be revamped. Now, you might say, well, if you're going to empty these out now and you're starting in the new year, what are you going to do between now and then for videos? Oh, I'm going to start getting it all ready and saving some money. So that's sort of it, starting it in the new year. I just mean, starting it now after this. 2, 3, 4. $25. Okay, so 25, 18, and 5. 108. This is for the Rudolph game. I had my hair done today. That's another thing too. Everything went up in price, as we all know. My hair has practically tripled in price this year. Sometimes even more than that. You know, groceries, food, eating out. We'll get it to work out. $60. And that is in Saving for Christmas. And then Who Will Save Christmas? So talk amongst yourself here. Comment. It would help me greatly to hear, yes, you've done this before. No, you have never had to do this before. Or most likely you are going to have to do this. Just let me know where you're at. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ugh. $25 and 4. So $54. The bank will be happy to see me coming with all these ones. Really, the last time I went in, they were like, oh, it's so good to get these ones. I've been really short on them. All right, so that is that, guys. Let's see what we've got. 60, 124, 108, 60, and 54. $406. That will not pay for all of Christmas, but hear me when I say I already saved money for Christmas. So I have just about enough to pay off the Christmas bill. And when I say that, it's because to pay it off, I put it on my card that I get points for, and then I pay it all off all at once. I don't let it sit and get interest on it. Because to me, that would defeat the purpose, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so we have another 20 that was there. And then 100. And another 100. So I got my hair done today, and then I went to the church that I've been going to Bible study for and spent some time with the pastor there. She and I missed the grief surviving Christmas thing event, and so we just sat and talked about it. And it was very helpful. 20, 25, 30. That's 30. Now we have 25 and 25. This is not working. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Somehow I miscalculated. Here's another 25. Yeah, I don't know what I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 307. So we're going to try it again. All right. 20, 40, 60. 10, 20, 30. 100, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I think I see what I did. 75. And then I think this was 12. 12. 407. I don't know why I have 406 there. 12, but we're going to say 407. And we're going to cross this out. Christmas, $407. All right, so one of the first things that I'm going to put back together is my holiday binder, because last year I learned that having it all saved was a godsend. This year I did not follow through with that. And so we're going to do it right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. Okay. Now, minis, I'm having a rough time with, but I believe that one. We're not gonna take all the minis out, because I feel like this one I'd like to finish because it was gifted to me. This one I can finish. This one I'd like to finish because it was gifted to me and it's almost finished. This one I can finish. So I am going to keep those in the minis, but I'm going to take this one out because I could start this one over again. Well, I could start any of them over again, but this one was a big one. And I have so many minis that I'm okay with this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 40, 60. So there should be $80 in here. All right, let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $25. Actually, that should be 81. 25. 15. So 15 plus 15, and then 50. Whoops. 15 plus 15 plus 50 is 80. I don't know why. It should have been 81, but that's all right. And they may recount this and go, oh, you have an extra $1. I'll take it. Now I'm just going to set this aside because this would normally go into yearlies, right? And, you know, yes, I'm going to have the yearlies. I've got to do them. So, but every single one of them I can start over and work through it. But for now, I just got an oil bill, and there might just be enough to pay that oil bill amongst all of these. There definitely isn't enough to pay for the tires. $20. And I can erase all of these games and, where is it? And start all over again. Well, it's here somewhere. Oh, it's in the living room because I was showing someone. So 35. That's the penguins. And then propane. I don't know what happened to the penguin. Oh, right there. I'm going to leave this in here because I'm going to start this over again. I feel like if you watch all of the next videos, if you're not quite getting what I'm doing, you'll get it. I mean, you still may not agree with it, or you may go, oh, good idea, Denise. Who knows? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $40. And that is propane. I have not had to have propane, luckily. Oil. I did have to have oil. The oil was $300. Not quite, just over 300. I can't remember the dollars over, but not much over. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. $25 and 5. So 50 for the oil. I have been so hungry all day today. And I can't say that I've fed that hunger. Really, I couldn't think of anything I wanted. You know, does that ever happen? I'm sure it happens to you guys. Vet bill. This will not take care of this. That care credit bill is $4,600, and if I pay it off within, I don't know, I've got to find out if it's 6 months or 12 months. They had told me 12 months, but it doesn't say anywhere. So I've got to find that out. But I'll have to do some type of a savings challenge. $40. How is everyone? Like, I mean, are you as cold as we are? We are so cold here in Maine. How cold are you? I cannot do my laundry right now because my drain freezes at a certain temperature and then floods the entryway. It always has, and this is the first time in years that it's happened this early in the season. So, 10. Oh, how much was the vet? Shoot, I have no idea. Well, we'll know. That was the vet. This is Amazon. I don't know. I was talking and I didn't pay attention. 25, 30, 40, I think. We're going to put 40. See what happens. $15. Oops. What? 25 for Prime. Obviously, I had just restarted these, finishing a lot of them and not finishing some, but taking the money out and restarting. And so, I mean, they're low amounts in here, but again, every little bit helps. Okay. 10. This one is what? Property taxes. Blah. $25. $15. And another 5 is $55. Let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I figured we might as well bind this one since it's been counted. Yeah, so if you are cold where you're at, give us a cold emoji. Okay, that goes there. And it was 55. Shopify. Not much in Shopify, I don't think. 5, 6, 10, 20. Canva. sound like I'm growling. $25. And today was sort of warm, but the wind was so cold that it didn't feel warm. But tomorrow it's supposed to go cold again. So I can't really do my laundry until Saturday is supposed to be fairly warm. So we'll try that. 10, 20 for car registration. Yeah, I had forgotten that I emptied this out too. And this is snow plowing and shoveling. It was the Batman one. And I've paid 90, 100 and 135 in snow plowing already this year. 3 times we've had plowable snow. And $30 in shoveling. Blah. The other 2 storms, I just pushed the snow aside, and then last night it poured, so it melted it all. Snow removal. $10. Okay. So for one video, I'm going to have to erase all this stuff, right? Which means, the book was right here, which means I'll be shaking the table, but that'll be all right. Sometimes it feels good to start fresh. Let's see, 35 plus 40 plus 50 plus 40, 25, 55, 20, 25, 20, 10. 320. Well, that's more than I thought was there. Hey, has anyone read the book, The Last Phone Booth in Manhattan? I think that's the name of it. It was free on Prime Reading. I don't know if it still is or not, but really, really good book, I think. 10. If you're looking for a good book to read. I haven't finished it, so I can't tell you if the ending's great or not, but I'm really enjoying it. That's 100. And then 10. Now, we've got some messes in here. That, remember, was this. So we don't want to get that confused. I almost did. Okay, we have 125. And then what we have here, 6, 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I'm currently watching Crossing Jordan. Now, I know that's not a new series, I'm enjoying it. I'm not a big fan of hers. But I mean, I'm not a fan of hers. I couldn't do what she does, right? I do think that her father's Boston accent in it is a little bit off. $21. But, you know, it's not far off. That said $3.20. Let's try this again. 10, 100, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 100. 1, 2, 3 is 75. $21. No. Got 316, so I'm $4 off. But I'm just going to go with it because we could be I could be not $4 off at the bank. I'm going to put this and that, So that's 316 plus 80, 396 all together. Because it would all go in the same place. Let's see. Yearlies, $396. I'm actually going to run this down to the bank window before it gets too late. So that'll be good. Okay. This one is my randomizer. I can so do this. You know, my randomizer goes towards renovations and vacations, and some of them are paper. So, you know, I'm going to have to go back and maybe print. Well, I think maybe just one of them right now is paper, actually. Yeah, so that's not bad. I can go back and print that off. I'm definitely doing the randomizer again. I may do it a little different this time. This is not necessarily going to vacation or renovation, although I do, like I said, owe some money to renovations. Because my kitchen came in at about $1,400 more than originally quoted. I guess it could have been worse. I shouldn't say that, but 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $20. This one will help considerably. And some of them are kind of empty, and then other ones are almost done. So like Snow White is pretty much empty. $16. Oops, I said 20 for that. It was 90. But that's 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I wanted to remember that. Yeah, so I'm watching Crossing Jordan. And I'm also watching the new era of Dance Mom Season 2. The drama just always gets me. Beach Gang. There's always so much drama. So much drama. So 28. So like I said, you will see all of this coming back. Because I'm definitely going to continue with the randomizer games. And I'll be making more new ones. I was trying to keep caught up making new ones, but remember, if you are in my membership or were in my membership, you should go to the Facebook group because there is a gift there for you. 30. $40. $20. We'll put the 10 there. And ones. Belle, boy, that one. This should have a good bunch in it. I never did finish this. I tried it several different ways, and I will be determined to finish it next time around. I'm convinced of that. I had someone try to tell me the other day that she'd asked me about Christmas and if I was all ready. And I said, I thought in my head, I mean, do I just tell her, no, I'm not? Or do I try to explain myself? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to tell her. And I said, you know, I'm not ready for Christmas. My husband died on December 23rd last year. Was it that close to Christmas, she said? And I said, yeah, it was. Well, you just have to look at it as just another day. You see what I was doing there is just letting that set with you. If you've never grieved a husband who passed away, a mom who passed away, and a brother who passed away all in a 6-week period, maybe you could say, you just got to look at it as another day. If you've never grieved anybody, not even comparing where I'm at, but anybody, maybe you could say that. But that's 40. To say it and look me square in the face and mean it was very I don't know. It was just an odd experience. And I thought to myself, now, again, do I educate or do I just let it go? I chose to let it go. $25. And another 25. So you might be saying, well, why couldn't you treat it like another day? You could try, but I got to tell you, grief is a very crafty little man or woman. I don't know. And so it's probably not going to happen. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. And then 5. Grief is going to sneak up on you. And 4 is $1.99. Let's just make sure I did that right. 150. I did not. What did I do? Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 45. Yep, $1.99. That was that Bell one with the bookshelves in the background. That's a lot for one that's not even finished. Grief is going to sneak up on you when it wants to. So you could try treating it like another day. But chances are you're not going to get through it like another day. Grief is going to remind you, hey, by the way, your husband died today, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, whatever it might be. Just want to put that out there. I don't know why, but I feel like hopefully something I say helps someone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 35. 11. $76 for Friends. And that's Pooh. I got some great ideas from you guys about new kits. Thank you for answering my questions. Minnie and Daisy. Wow, there's not much in that one. I wonder why. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I know, because I just started that one. Cinderella. Pardon my spelling. That's 20 for Cinderella. And let's do this. I messed that up. 21, 23, 24, 25. I should have told you to get a snack and sit back and relax. Because this is a lot, well, not a lot longer than I thought. I'm actually almost done. I'm not taking out of my monthly binder, this one with my new monthly kits in it. I'm not going to remove from there at this point, unless for some reason I feel like I need to, but I don't think that I do. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, obviously, this is not going to take care of that $4,600 bill or the $1,200 tires, but, you know, it's just a cushion. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 55. $15. So $80. And then we have paint the wall, which is really one of my favorites. And it looks like there's a lot in here, but I'd say a good portion of it is ones. There's a 5. $20. Okay, let's see. So that's 25. Paint the wall. $25. Another 25. And 17. So 50 plus 17, 92. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That the people at the bank, those poor women, they're going to look at this money and go, what, was she drunk? What is going on here? Because it's backwards and upside down and bent, and it would drive me crazy. But I don't want to take the time to mess with it. That's besides the fact, I know I've mentioned that it is cold in here. Definitely will be doing paint the wall again. But you may see some of these in a whole different binder. I've got ideas. I got ideas, guys. Okay. 20 and 5. That was 92. And then the last one is, oh, yeah, Rapunzel. IOUs. $25. $36. We are keeping the IOUs. I don't think there's much in here. $23. So I feel like we might as well keep that. Okay. Let's see where we're at. 90 plus 16, 28, 40, 199, 76, 12, 20, 80, 92, 36. $689, guys. And that's what I'm talking about. That is sitting here when the money is needed. Okay, so, oops, 200. Several of you have asked how the new little dog is doing. She is doing well. My son was here today and said, Mom, I think she looks like she's lost weight. She is morbidly obese. And she is trying very hard. She likes to eat, but she is not complaining. The only complaint there has been is she ate one of my slippers. And my sister said it's because she's hungry. 30. Which could very well be true. But she's doing well. She does not like the cat. But he will win her over eventually just by driving her crazy, as he has the other dogs and the dogs before them. But she's not a fan of his. She does not like it that he drinks her water. That's 100. And 125. But she's working on it. She's a good girl. Very good girl. Rides well. Walks on her leash well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Has only had one accident in the house, which I consider that my fault. It was this morning, and she got up out of bed at 3:30 a.m., and I told her in no uncertain terms it was not time to get up, and she needed to go back to bed, which she promptly did. But she was panting, which she doesn't do, and so I knew there was something up. 4 o'clock, she got out of bed again. Told her to get back in bed. At 7 o'clock, she got back up again. I told her to get back in bed. She walked out of the bedroom. She looked at me and walked out of the bedroom. A few minutes later, I went out and there was some poop on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And you know, so I consider that my fault. She was telling me that she needed to go out in the middle of the night, and I just wasn't going to do it. $689. Yay. Perfect. And so this is, well, a little over halfway to what I owe for the rest of the kitchen. You think if I just handed him this? Probably not. Or halfway to what I owe for the tires on the car, but I mean, that money wasn't going to come out of here, but at this point, it doesn't matter. It's going to They're all going to share the limelight. That does not fit in there very well. $6.89. I'm going to put renovations. It's also almost the amount I need for the flooring for my bedroom. $700 is what I need in order for him to order it. Now, here's the, well, I guess it's not really a tricky part. It's just what I have decided. This is games, and I did empty out my games. And I'm going, you know, I have that big book of games, right? And I'm going to, where is it? We'll go through it together and choose some games to use. I usually try to do about 10. And so that will be fun. And then this one is scratch offs, guys. And I don't think that I can do the scratch offs. Pink I already did, but I don't want to mess up the scratch offs, right? Because none of these are finished, obviously. Except I could do this. Let me see if there's any. That one's not done at all yet. That one, did I have one done or no? No. Okay. I'm just seeing if there's two in a thing. That one's not done. This one has $70 done, which was one side of it. I think it's this right here. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 69. 10, 20, 25, 30, 45, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. $70. Is that hot cocoa on that side too? Those were from my pal Jackie. Hot chocolate. $70. Scratch off. That would have gone into holidays probably. And then I don't think this one, I did finish one of them. $35. What have I got in this one? Just 8. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if this one is worth taking out yet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So that's 35, yeah, 42. And that $8 goes back in the envelope with this one, because this was all from the same person. Okay, I'm going to put those over here. And then this one, I think, is for that whole book. And so I don't want to take anything out of that one yet. So 42. $42. Okay. So that's 70, 112. Yep. 45, 55, 60, 65, 70, 90, 95. 112. Yeah. So that's 112. Now, the question is, will I do scratch off night again? Or will I add these scratch offs to other binders? I loved doing scratch off night. The thing right now is because my income is different, I don't necessarily have enough to stretch it towards a whole lot of different binders. So I've got to think that one through. But let's just see for the giggles of it how we did. 407, 80, 316, 689, and 112. $1,604, guys. That would pay the tires plus the rest of Christmas, I think. I'll have to go and check, but that's where we're at, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this whole thing. I know a lot of you like long videos, so you'll appreciate this one. This is Thursday. I don't know if this will go up Thursday or not because it's a long video, so it may take longer to load. But this feels good. I just have to take it as it is and go with the flow. It's my money and I want it now. But it is my money and I need to do what feels, maybe not, I guess what feels right, but also what's best. I think that that's where I'm at, is I need to do what's best. It doesn't necessarily feel quite right, but yeah, so I am going to move on, and my next video will probably be some talking about the next steps, where we're at. Okay, folks. I love you so very much, and I'm so thankful for you staying with me and hanging out with me through this entire year. And last year when Scott was sick, and the year before when Scott was sick, you guys have been my light in a rocky ocean of everything. And I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you real soon. Happy savings. Bye.